Welcome to day 7 of Activated, and we have been working on all of the chakras. We have been working right down from the perineal and the sexual organs, and we sit and we hold all of us in that area all the way up to the pineal. And we did that yesterday, the third eye, which was powerful, and through the crown. And I have activated along with you. And why has this been so powerful for me? Because today I had such a huge vision because of yesterday's activation. I activate along with you, and the guides are bringing this through for us. And I am the voice to share this. So thank you for co-creating this with me, because your guides come in and we all make a difference together. So I'd love to know how this has been for you and how you were feeling. And maybe not much difference, whatever. It's pretty balanced, sweet as. Or, yeah, like, holy shit. Like, people are sending me videos going, my life is changing. I can't believe this is free. What the frick is your paid content like? So when we come together and we put a direct focus on our bodies and our soul and our spirit and what it is we want to bring to the world, and we are here in the moment and we're feeling the integrity and the authenticity of the practice we are doing, and we're really practicing blind faith. Okay, and we're going to talk about blind faith today, because I've had a vision myself and I've had spirit talk to me myself, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it with makeup on because I kept crying all morning, crying from my heart. So I can't wait to share that story with you. But I just want you to tap into your body and go, how am I feeling right now? How am I feeling with these activations? Maybe you're skipping through the days. Maybe you went straight to the crown. Today we're working on the crown. Or maybe you've done day by day by day by day. And maybe you know this is affecting you or contributing to you, helping you to ascend. Maybe you don't know how. Maybe it's a bit of blind faith coming in. Don't know what it did, but it did something. Let's see how this plays out. How are you guys feeling? How are you feeling right now? And if you're on the live stream, you can pop in the chat box. How has the awakened activated? How's the activated? I've done a lot of awakened stuff. It's my whole umbrella, my branding. How has activated helped you? And maybe just drop your barriers and expand and allow yourself to receive that question. Pop it out there. Maybe there's no actual answer. Maybe it's a feeling. How has the program activated? How has this impacted me? And I can see even in your aura, because of course I can see, and the future, of course, is now, and the now is the future. I can see all of those on the replay. And I can actually see that it's like we were concrete before. Now it's just a lot more open. This is what we do. So I have a story. I had a dream as we've been activating all of this. I had a dream that one of my old mentors, he was in my dream, and ironically, I went to his funeral on the day that I started 12 Steps to Mediumship Mastery, which is another 12-step program that I have. It's like my $11 program. And it was his funeral on that day, and he came through with a big message on that day. And today is the last day of Activated, and he came through to me today with a message that I'm going to share with you. And the reason why I was crying so much is because he gave me a lesson. He was a deacon, by the way. He was a hairdresser. He was like a second father to me. He was like a grandfather to me. He took me under his wing, and I sat at tables with him with bishops and priests for years. He married Luke and I. He was a marriage celebrant as well, and he married us on the 11th of the 11th, 2011. And then I just kind of stopped spending time with him. I was kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. Like our time is done. And I didn't get to see him before he died. I lived in the same town as him for a year. He passed away this year, and I hadn't gone to see him. And I was like, that's weird. Why didn't I go see him? Did I think that time is infinite here in this body? Anyway, he comes to me now in spirit, and he told me all about blind faith. And this man was an opera singer, by the way. He was a really famous opera singer at some stage in his life. And as I was crying and saying to him, I'm sorry I didn't come to see you, I love you, he had shown me visions of how he was like a father to me and how he took me under his wing. And when I couldn't feel like I was at home with my parents, or my parents were actually in a completely different town at some stages as well, they were my home. Those people were my home. And when I was going through breakups with my husband, those people were my home. And when I was going through all sorts of confusion, those people were my home. If I needed to talk about anything, if I was angry or sad or celebrating, those people were my home. They took me under their wing when I was 15 years old, and then again and again and again and again. These people are my home. His wife still lives, and she is 80 next year, and she still works in her hair salon solo. These people are my home. So where is your home? I know this is a bit of a weird way, because we're like, aren't we working on the crown? Yes, we'll get to the meditation. Yes, we will get to the light language. But Terry came through, and he shared with me. And the funny thing is, I didn't cry at his funeral because I don't think death is that sad. But when I look back on what we had and see it from not a 15-year-old or a 20-year-old, not even a 29-year-old when we got married, I see it from a now perspective and how much love was given to me when no one had to love me at all. I go, wow, he had blind faith in me. He got nothing from me. And we have to have blind faith in our process. This is what the crown chakra is all about. It's about source consciousness. It's about receiving information, the light codes, and bringing them down into all. We've been going up, right? Now it's time to bring it down into the body, especially that root, and anchor our energy down into the earth. How does this feel for you? Terry said to me, reflect and review on the past and give thanks. This is why you have sight. Nothing is ever lost or gone unless you choose it to be. I thought that was really interesting. Be willing to see with a fresh new perspective, even if that means getting out of your own way. Let your faith be blind and unshakable. God is always beside you. This is something unseen, but known. To have the gift of sight is to know that often you are being led in the dark, and your heart is offering the vision. This is the second time he's done this and brought through his gospel, if you will, the gospel of Terry. And I just thought it's very interesting that often we don't see what we had or what we learned until we look back and we reflect and review what we went through. The blind faith is a part of manifestation that is so crucial to our development. When we try to control things, we only limit ourselves. So to have blind faith is to listen to your intuition. And, this whole crown, the whole white, that I like to see the crown as white. Some say it's, purple. I see white. And I see this as one big spinning chakra. It's beautiful and it's pure. And the true white light comes from God itself. It comes from Creator. It comes from the universe. It comes from consciousness, higher self. Whatever the lingo you want to use, I feel it's the same thing. especially when it has the purity to it. And my tears this morning were of purity, of gratitude that someone could see me in my times of need when others could not see me, and sweep me up and go with no alterative motor, with no, agenda, alterative motor. I will love you. And this is the energy of source consciousness. I will love you. If you have faith in yourself, if you listen to your body, if you listen to the system that you are in, you are the creator of your entire universe. How does that feel for you? How does that feel? If the crown is not balanced, you can literally start going crazy. The brain is a very, very sacred space and delicate, and so is the crown. And the crown is a portal of light that will take you to the galactic collectives. It will take you into the multi-universe, the multi-dimensions. But you must have a sense of self, because once you go beyond the seventh dimension, you come into the oneness portal. And many say, there's a lot of extraterrestrials, a lot of light beings around there. And we go, why aren't the angels coming and speaking to me, standing in front of me? Why aren't the ETs here if they're around? If they were real, wouldn't they be coming through? No, because they are a different dimension to you. And if they are a seventh and beyond dimension, even if they're a fifth dimension, let's face it, and they're standing in front of us, we would start losing all concept of who we are. And that's why we don't fly off into the different dimensions. That's why we do the meditation and the chakra balancing and the oneness of being together, and we practice gratitude and love, and we must review and reflect and come in with absolute gratitude, because the heart and the crown are one of the same. When you activate all these parts of you, you become activated. When you have blind faith, not in an ego sense, but in a fucking doing it. And that's what I feel today, when I felt this man who didn't have to love me put his arms around me and say, I'm going to take you on a journey. And I love you. Let's go. Wow. I was seen and heard and loved. Our family is what we create it to be. Our tribes with no agendas, with no motives, with pure unconditional love. And this is one that comes from the heart straight up to the crown and through. But if you are not balanced in your crown and you have got this whole shiny thing, you're going to go play with all these entities that may not be in the highest good for you. If this is making sense to you and you're on the live stream, give me some love down below, because this is kind of advanced. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Some of you might be like, what is she talking about? But we are on day 7 of a program, and we have balanced the chakras, the light. This is your 7th light language today in a row, if you've done it in that way, right? How does that feel for you? How's it landing for you? Just looking down at the chat. Many won't make it to day 7. And those that do will realize it's the whole fucking journey that matters. Your tears matter. Your rage matters. Your love and your gratitude and your desires matter. You matter. And often we don't see what we had until we don't have it. We must have blind faith. We must. We must know that we are, again, that they're telling me the heart and the crown. We are following the steps towards our correct path, if you will, or the path that has the highest vibration and frequency. And that may not make any sense. I've been listening to stories of entrepreneurs who really, wanted to go do this, and then they ended up going and doing this, and then it led all the way back around to this. And most people with a masculine brain for structure would say, why are you doing this? It's got nothing to do with this. But maybe it does. Maybe your genius does have something to do with this. Maybe running is a thing that actually helps you with your multi-million-dollar business, even though it doesn't seem connected. Interesting. It's the blind faith that we must bring in. I certainly didn't expect this today. I had something completely different planned. So I invite you to close your eyes down when you are ready. I invite you to bring the idea of light into your body. Breathing in deeply all the way down to your roots. And bringing those roots down into the earth and breathing out in your own time. And we light up the roots that you've put into the ground. We light them up with a pure white light, full of codes from the earth, and it goes all the way up your body, from your toe all the way up your legs, up your torso, into your heart, your arms, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And this white light comes up and through. And it goes up, 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 up. And we call in your angels and your ancestors and your guides and the light beings and your spirit teams to look after you as you travel up. And a white light is now coming down through this portal of light. The true white light goes down through the portal, down through the top of your crown, all the way down through your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, sacral root, down your legs, down your arms, through your fingers, through your feet, down into the roots, into the earth. Opening your heart and expanding this light to your left and to your right, in front of you and behind you, as you expand your light around the world and through the world. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, shine your light so deeply and bright. As you touch all of those souls that have touched you, even if it seemed like they have betrayed you, acknowledging that in fact, it may be because their soul loved you, their soul, for your lessons, for your ascension, for your growth here on planet Earth. And just let all attention from your head just dissipate as you soften your body and expand your body. Just by relaxing it, becomes light. It becomes light and is light and bright. Breathing in light and breathing out light. Breathing in light and breathing out light. Breathing in light and breathing out light. Again, the biggest inhale from all day. Hold at the top, up from the perineum all the way up to the third eye and out through the crown, and releasing out as you breathe out slowly and long. Regulate your breath We know that we are protected, guided, loved, and supported. And with blind faith, we ask for Creator, for the true white light, for source consciousness, for Christ consciousness, the universe, God, our higher self, the oneness of it all, to love us, to guide us, and to allow us to see truth, allow us to feel what is energetically correct for us, allow us not to judge, but to discern, and allow us to always lead with gratitude and love. Beautiful. And bringing yourself back into the room, into your body, which is the room, your room, which is the body. And opening your eyes when you are ready. Beautiful. And why is it so important to practice this type of way of being? Is so we can share our light with others and share this. So we can be the master. As a Reiki master, I learned very quickly it's not me being the master of others, is what I got taught in my Reiki 3. It's actually, and I was a bit worried about Reiki masters. I don't want to be the master of others. I don't want to think that I'm better than anyone else, because I'm not. And my Reiki master was like, this is about you being a master of you and taking radical responsibility for you, having blind faith for you. And then we get to share it in a way that only we know how in our genius. So a really cool practice that the guides have just shown me, I don't know how this is going to work, but this is what they just told me to do. It's literally to breathe. So we go. So you're touching every finger to your thumb. And this is actually something I learned in my early 20s with Tony Robbins. And it's to give your body life force and energy. Why is this so important? Because if this isn't grounded and balanced and aligned, then, the crown can be a place where it gets shut off, or people will start going here, there, and everywhere. And they go to places where we don't need to go. We want to always be this true white light energy of purity and love with no agendas and no hierarchy. It's really about the purity of what we bring. And that's why in Kundalini, a lot of practitioners wear white. When we're in ceremony, a lot of us wear white. I think that's a personal preference. And I'm obviously wearing white for the occasion of just to represent the crown of these higher dimensions, vibrations, and frequencies. So let's do it together. So we're breathing in. So I'm doing it with my inhale and then out. If you do this for a good 20 minutes in a walk, you just get vitality, you get energy, and you are balancing from your feet all the way up to your head. And then what you can start doing is you can start, when I'm doing this, I'm feeling the gratitude for all that I have in my life currently. I'm so grateful for my kids. And I used to do this. I'm so grateful for my sister because of this, and my brother because of this, and my mum because of this, and my whatever. And then after about 20 minutes, if you're going for a walk, you start going, I'm so grateful for reaching millions of people with my words, for having faith in, like, you just start doing what we call manifestation, like future manifestation. Like I call it with my friends future brags, but it's really about manifesting what not is yet. It's quantum manifestation. That's what it is. It's quantum manifestation. Thank you. Future quantum manifestation. Words don't matter here. So we go. Get little meridians, little chakras in your fingers. The hands are the things, and the feet are the things that we use the most, and the eyes that we take for granted. And I often like to hold my hands and use my hands to touch whatever I need to touch to heal myself, to feel my face, and my face can feel my hands, to realize I am an entity within myself and this is my vessel I must look after. So then I can have those connections and be a traveler, a multidimensional traveler. And this all happens within the crown, but this is why we started on the route. So how is this feeling for you guys? I love this. Okay, just looking at some of the comments here. Okay, so we're gonna do a light language now. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. It's completely up to you. This session has been a little bit longer because we have just purely been in a transmission today. Okay. First of all, I want you to notice what you notice as the light language is actually coming through my hands, just inviting it to come down through my body. Can you notice it without the words? Kiama papikiria tuk me pia papakaramia papakara tika papikira papikira papakara tu papikira papakara papikira papikira tu papikira papikira tu papikira papikira tu papikira yang ngane na ngoma mai na papakara me papikira tu papikira papakara papakara tu papikira papikira papakara tu papapara papikira tu papikira papakara papikira tu papikira papikira tu papikira ingong me na papakara yo no ko papikira papakara tu papikira 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 patiko pia papikira tu papikira papikira tu papikira ingong me na menga 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 mana mo ni mo na menga 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 Ing mamangin mo mangyan niya no nga mga mga no nga mga mga naman yung kabayar po ko nga mga ra yung nga mga mangin niya mo mangin no mga mga ko ra ba ra ba mga no nga mga mga no ni mga man mo no ni mga man mga 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 just let that all land. Message that I was getting through is you are so many things, and you know right now I'm being this vessel to share, and then I'll take this hat off and I'll go be a mum, and I'll go be, I don't know, a house cleaner and a baker. I don't know. But it doesn't mean I'm those things. You know, obviously I'm a mum, but that's a role I play, and I play a role of a teacher. And we aren't those things. We are us, the I am, but we step into different parts, different teachings, different soul streams. And we must never put anybody into just a category. So I am not a teacher, but I do teaching. You know, just contemplating on that, because often people are like, I am this, I am this. And I get that, but you are, just are. You just are. That's the truth. Okay, we're nearly done this transmission. Just letting the energy come. How are you feeling? What's going on for you? If you are watching on replay or as a part of this program, just understand, please, or if you're watching here on the live, of course, we're betering this to see the results. Just know that things will happen for you and the DNA will be activated in your own divine timing. And don't underestimate the power of the light language. That light language is very interesting. The tone of it, I was like, what is this? I'm like, step back, Victoria, just let it come out. It reminded me of some machine, like it was like bong, bong. It was like that vibration, very low vibration. And the crown is a very high vibration. But we have to go with the transmission and the embodiment of what is. Very much the energy of I am, of faith in yourself. Okay, and bring yourself with your eyes open if you haven't opened them already. It's been a very powerful 7 days together, and I have immensely enjoyed it. If you want to keep working with me and to come into my membership or my magnificent mediumship, you can find the details below. So the membership is absolutely next level with over $10,000 worth of content that you can indulge in and leave at any time, no contracts. We come on weekly and there's so many bonuses, it's ridiculous. The price is super low for what it is, but my idea is to reach as many people as possible. And of course, if you want more intensive, we've got magnificent mediumship, as well as, of course, if you want to do one-to-one, you can let us know and we'll send you out an application form. So I'm opening clarity calls if you're interested in magnificent mediumship certification. If you've got any questions about that, we can just jump on a call and you can ask me any questions about that. It is a 3-month program and we go through everything from energy and entities to consciousness, channeling light language and mediumship. It's extremely powerful, very, very powerful. And it is a soul calling. So if you if you're interested, let me know down below. Otherwise, you can DM me and my team will take care of you. Otherwise, there's a clarity call link that I'll get my team to pop in here. Or you can come straight into the membership. We don't do clarity calls for the membership. You can come in, you can leave at any time. It's a very, very powerful space with close to 80 people in there at the moment. So I've really enjoyed this activated program. And I would love to hear your feedback. I would love a little video sent to me about what you loved about it, a written testimonial. I would love you to share it with your friends. Right now, it's in the guide section in the Awakened community of Victoria Bond. So just invite people into the group and say, hey, here's the free program. Like, this program is worth about $2,000. I don't do anything small, but I've got to let you guys know that this may be the last free big event I do this year because my guides have shown me another way that they want me to be doing things. So over the last 3 months, I've really been pumping out free programs. So if you're not ready to work with me in my paid containers, there's a ton of stuff on YouTube and free resources I like to give. I really, really do. And now it's time to really focus and serve my communities, my and also my spiritual magnificence and my one-to-ones. I have a very small amount of one-to-ones. That's my high level, my high price and high level coaching, my most intimate space. And I truly hope that you've enjoyed this as much as I have. It's always brings me to my knees and there's always tears and I'm always gifted with big downloads from spirit every single time. So thank you for being here with me. I am ever so grateful. Take up the opportunity to jump on a 15-minute call to see if you're a fit for if you want to, or come into spiritual magnificence. I won't be doing clarity calls for much longer either. So there is little windows, the windows to jump in if you want to. And if it's not your time, that's okay. I'm very generous with free content and it's all available for you guys. If you have any problems, any questions that you want to dive into, you can email teamvictoriabond@gmail.com. I'll get my team to put that down there too, and my team will take care of you if you have any questions about any of my offers. For now, I will love you and leave you. My dream is to reach as many people as possible so I can help empower them to know what they know and to activate the living daylights out of themselves, because this is what the world needs right now, is your genius, your vision, your joy in the world. And I invite you to really bring in the unshakable faith, the blind faith, if you will, to create what it is you want to bring into the world. For now, lots of love and namaste.